Hello everybody, welcome to the video today. We have a good old track in front of me. This is Underground MX. So hopefully you guys enjoy the track. If you guys do, make sure to go down to the description and get it if you guys enjoy obviously watching the track, and you guys can play it yourselves. But yeah, this is Underground MX. It's really fun. It's got a lot of really cool things and it's built really well. Obviously, the environment isn't exactly ideal. I think that you'd look for something a little bit better, but it's got a nice feel to it, I guess, and it's got okay lighting, so it's not like my least favorite thing. That is probably the worst thing on that track, or on this track, and maybe on a 450 you guys can try to triple that whole thing there, but unfortunately I'm here on a 250 on Lunar Racing's Yamaha 250, thanks to Mr. Frosty for such a banger bike. This looks incredible, and obviously, as always, like to appreciate Mr. Frosty 122 or Frosty Creations. Really, really did some good work on this for sure. Right now, I'm not riding all the best, so I did a few little test laps here last night, and then I hopped on. I did like one or two just before this recording, and so here we are now as I come up a little bit short on that. But it doesn't really matter because I like to do that over the alternative and try to like launch into the face of the jump instead. So yeah, I'm perfectly fine doing that. And then you know, it's got this nice like little area right here, and then he did a great job of balancing out like the outside and insides, in my opinion, as we're jumping off the track. It's like I forgot everything that I tried to fix before I started recording here. So also going through a little bit of a rough patch now with allergies, of course, coming back and kicking my ass like always. So if I do sound a little weird at times, or you guys hear a bodily function that I forget to edit out, then I apologize for sure. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just try to get through this this track here. It's very good in my opinion. I think that you know, this is kind of the model track. This is kind of what we want, as far as like, this is definitely really fun, entertaining. It can definitely race really well. It's got a lot of line variation. It's built really smart, in my opinion. It's really good and well built, so that's really fun. And obviously there are those lines where it's like there's just a clear line to take, but that's fine. That's just like on any track. And but most things are not like completely balanced out, but there are definitely balances between everything, including, you know, like this right here. Then you have to go and then find your slow way through the rollers compared to the outside. So there's even some like smaller things that kind of just stand out on this track that help kind of even it out. And by the way, I'm still trying to dial in the audio on these videos as well, so tell me if I'm too loud, or tell me if, you know, tell me what's wrong with my audio, if there is. If the bike's too quiet, let alone it is a Yami though, so you can't really gauge much on that. It's a pretty quiet bike. But yeah, if you think that the audio is a bit messed up, like the bike's too high a volume or too low, or my voice is even, you know, messing up, or whatever, then let me know. I'll definitely do my best to fix and balance it out. But like I said, I'm still messing with stuff, and it might change from here on out. But I think I've got some pretty good settings from now, or for now. So I don't know. Let's go ahead and just hop back onto the focus, or hop our focus back onto the track. As like I said, with this corner right here, it really strikes the interest, because you can actually keep your back wheel on the ground the whole time going through this corner if you stay on long enough, and you wait to accelerate instead of just trying to blow out that whole thing. Or you could go to this slightly built up outside and kind of make like one pivot move off of, and then kind of go on from there. And I'm jumping off the freaking track again. That's like the 20th time I'm doing that. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like he just did a great job on all of that, and you can jump into that outside. It's pretty much pointless. Both those outsides are, but what are you really gonna do in switchbacks like that? Like, you just can't really make it any, you know, any more viable than it is, because of, you know, the way that the game is. Maybe you could put a lot of rough on the insides and then kind of make them slow down a bit, but I don't know. And then there's like these little hoppity-doos into these corners, which I really like. We're about to pull up on one now with this kind of jump right here. You can kind of try to clear them. If not, you can kind of hip and hop around into the corner, and it's really not the worst thing ever. And then you've got obviously some good sized bumps everywhere, so we're gonna miss that for the first time. Wow. And then you can come around here, you go into this little area, you can launch into there. I'm gonna go outside for your guys's Joy probably should have stayed to the outside. Jiminy Christmas, I butchered that. But yeah, going around here, you can try to get through these quite nicely. The outside or all the way outside there isn't the worst thing ever. And then that jump, like I said, it's probably just the worst part about this track, but it is what it is. You got to kind of gauge it, and it's fine. It's not like an absurd thing to be the worst thing on the track, but definitely can catch you off guard. And same with this jump, like you can go fourth gear pin, you get a good drive, you're gonna over jump it, but you can also slow up and or try to scrub. But these jumps for some reason don't scrub the best. So we're gonna jump back across the track there. Just try to stay up on two wheels because this jump is pretty small as well. So just trying to hop up over that, get down off that double, and then kind of get swapped on that one. That's fine. And then going up to the corner that I think is pretty even, in all honesty. Like, you kind of have to hip and hop around, but it is what it is. You can't really mess with it. But apex that, go wide here, and then I'm gonna apex this again. And then ideally, that's my first time trying that apex right there. So ideally, you want to try to go a little bit further inside and still catch that inside rut, and then you'd have yourself a pretty good section or sector right there. And then hopping through here again. I like how you can't like just jump all the rollers. I'll go outside here. Okay, never mind. get bounced out of that one for sure. So maybe a little bit less rough on the outside there would make the outside a bit more viable, but I think that inside is just the superior line. There's nothing you could really do about that. I'm going to try to jump to the inside here. I haven't really taken it. That could be a great passing line, but it sets up really badly to just kill the person, whoever's in the middle line, if you're trying to make a pass. And hopping through there again. And like I said, you could try to launch, get this triple here, but I'm not saying it's impossible, but I think it is on the 250 on the race course, at least, if you're taking the race course lines. So that's nice. I keep accidentally taking this middle line when it's not even close to as good as the alternatives, so that's kind of an L. We're gonna go up here, and like I said, there's a small outside chance you can get that triple maybe on the 250, but there's definite potential on the 450. I need to anticipate that rut a bit better. I'm coming in and not really riding the rut, kind of just riding into the rut like I am on this corner. I'm gonna still send it. I got nothing to lose. And like I said, it's a generally smaller jump, so may look kind of big, but it's not all that all that, I guess. Hopping back across, it's a pretty fun section, and then you could keep your tires grounded there a little bit if you paid a bit more attention, but I'm unfortunately not doing that. Hopping over here, hit a little bit of scrub or two, and then you can try to do your best to stay as low as you can here. There's different rhythms I want to try through there as well. And one thing I do like about this track is it's not like 100% traction, but there's like great traction on it for some reason. I don't know what it is, but it just feels like a good, there's just good traction on it, and that kind of just makes me happy. So I'm sorry for all you guys who aren't traction enthusiasts like me, but I don't know, traction just makes me happy. That doesn't at all. I wanted to rail this outside and see if I can get this double in here in fourth gear, but didn't think it was gonna happen anyways. Ride that back wheel a little bit, hopping up into here, into that inside slide a little bit as I was just complimenting the traction, but like I said, it's not overly sticky or anything, or there's no tire hacks or nothing, but there definitely is. Look at that grease. I just greased that. Like, if you were to go to the inside there, you get so, like, if someone is trying to make a pass on you from the inside and you just don't anticipate it or don't see it coming, then you're so screwed if they're, like, a Bam Bam type rider, because you will get clean, and there is no question about that. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to slam into this rut as well. Make this inside, please. I did. I switched it up and remembered at the last moment there, headed into that a bit too fast for sure, and then just kind of staying a little bit lower here. I'm going to avoid this inside roller as close to it as I can, still not lose too much ground. Kind of roundabout that outside, as it's not that great, but it is what it is as well. Hop into here, fourth gear, stand a little bit through there, hop up and over. And then I'm actually going to try to go like a little outside to inside approach here. It works. And then get back across. And I'm going to go outside here. Just try to keep the back wheel on the ground. And then, yeah, you probably can send it, into there. It might work for you. but I really couldn't tell you what to do through here. It's really confusing, actually. There's so many different possible rhythms. Like, if you had just, like, a big bike, like a massive motor, and if your bike was, I guess, light enough still with the big motor, but, you know, maybe even, like, roll into here and then, like, fourth gear, launch it into the bottom of this, maybe even. I don't know. Launch into the bottom one, so land somewhere like in this first crevice, like right where I'm at right now. Then like triple up it. I couldn't tell you, man. It's just so tough. But later, even in the section, there's just so many options that you could choose to do. Um, you know, like there's like this triple jump that I think is possible on a 450. I'm not quite on the 2, but also, you can try to like wheelie up this and then like get up there, and that might be what the left side of that ellipse for on the big bike. But there's like a way you could triple and then single up here. I'll show you the last way through it. I know this is probably getting a little repetitive here, but there's just different ways you could go through it. I'll definitely try this this left side. It looks a little bit more peaky, but that'll be for another time. But you know, just kind of go through it normally here and then try to like do the triple at the end. So obviously you get up over this, and then you're gonna go in, boop, and then pop over that, and you go double, and then you could try to uncork this triple, and then single from the jump I just crashed on up into this area right here. So I don't know. Good luck. You guys can always try the big lines. I'm not really a big line guy. I'm not hot lap, but I can see it. I can envision it. It's not really. Okay, I see what's wrong with this jump. Is it sideways, and I have the like feeling just works well with the jumping corner to just scrub that way, but it's also tilted a little bit left as well. So it doesn't help my case at all with my tendencies and habits. So that is what it is. Anyway, it's been a long, nice recording, just another track review, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, make sure to consider like, subscribing, and turning on post notifications. If you guys do, make sure to consider going back, looking around at my other content, and I'll see y'all there. Deuces.